Oh my goodness. I'm having an epiphany and I have to come out here to tell you about it. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to document my everything because of where we are in this game I'm playing with Scott. So here I'm just going to get into it. 122, not January 22nd, but January of 2022. Oh wow, look at that. Full of leaves up there. My heart pressure due to anxiety from work. So yeah, remember I had to go to the clinic and I got medevaced out of here. Then on 2/23, so February of this year, I got sent home due to staff complaints. No one asked me anything. We already know how that went. And then in March, I was allowed back to work. Extremely stressful. I was getting overwhelmed by everything and everybody because I had to watch my P's and Q's so I would not be in trouble again. Do you know how stressful that is? What kind of environment that was created for me? Because he went and he sent me home to, to sit and think. And I had a really bad, I had a bad time because at that same time that I got sent home, my husband went on a business trip and then they took Wolfie because they, were concerned about my mental health and everything. So I was left home alone with nobody checking on me. Really? It's a wonder I'm still here because I was that sad at one time. I'm not anymore. Not sad. Scott doesn't have that hold on me anymore, but he did. And so anyway, so that's what happened in March when I came back, and I was trying to make amends with everybody because I was so afraid of losing my job. And now look what that fucker is doing now today. He's telling me to leave the Alaska Gateway School District office because somebody's, I'm bothering somebody. I wasn't bothering her. I wasn't even talking to her. I didn't fucking look at her. So that just shows me, and it shows you, really, this is who you want to line up with? A little PAB like that plays like that? Whatever, you do you. But all I know is I am documenting all the high stress that I had to endure at that job and all the different things. So I got medevaced out for my high blood pressure in January. They thought I was going to have a heart attack. That's the kind of stress that I was under. Documented. And then, let's see, then I was allowed to come back, and then I got sent home in February, and nobody asked me anything. They just took the word of everybody else. Nobody talked to me about anything. So whatever kind of stupid-ass investigation that was stupid. And it was all against me. And then he's trying to tell me that I'm the one creating a hostile work environment. He's the one they created a hostile work environment, especially when he did not ask me anything. Nobody questioned me. They just took the word of somebody else, and that's all there was to it. And that's what they do for everybody that they don't want. If they cannot control you, that's how they do you. That's how they treat you like that. So that right there created more stress on me. So then I was allowed to come back to work, but I had this feeling that if I didn't mind my P's and Q's that I could get canned again or sent home again or whatever. So there was that. So I was kind of in turmoil, and so that added more stress. And then I had to, still keep up with how everything was before. And yet here it's all new. I was whipped. I was the whipping post. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to come back and be nice. That's like when I was a kid and I would get spankings and my mom would say, well, come give me a kiss goodnight. That's the fucking last thing I want to do. It's kind of narcissistic, but that's kind of how she was brought up. So that's what she knew. So I'm not hating on my mom. Don't get me there. But, that's a fucked up kind of a thought process there. That's the kind of process that I lived through at work. So March, and then I slipped and fell when we went on our spring break. And then even with all the stress and everything, when I came back after that, and the bullshit that was going on then, I kept having headaches after that. So I had to go get my head checked. And they ended up sending me up to Fairbanks because they thought maybe that I had more than a concussion. And that's all it was a concussion. They thought maybe it was a brain bleed or whatever. But I was really stressed out. All the headaches were because I was stressed out from work. from work. And I don't understand why there was so much stress put on me when they don't do it to other people. Like, if you heard that one video where I videotaped Scott, you know, the secret thing, and he's wondering, where's Marion? Where's Marion? Or where's Stephanie? Those two ladies would leave all the time and not tell Drew anything, where they were going, that they were leaving, or anything like that. And they never got in trouble. No disciplinary action. But I get it. And then they're tracking me. I get tracked. So now I'm going to document all the different times I've had to go to medical. And it's all due to my work. It's all due to the stress that I experienced at work. So that was in March. I had to go up to Anchor or Fairbanks for that. And then I had 2 outbursts just recently here in the month of May, you know, and one of them, and while I was at the clinic, just in case you don't know, I flipped my shit and I screamed with all my heart and all my might and all my cells, Scott McManus, you motherfucker. Those were the words that I said at the clinic. For real deal. I'm putting it out there because there's nothing he can do to me. He has been doing shit to me this whole time. And now I'm done taking his bullshit. And he thinks that that he can do this to me, and he can't. I am on meds. I am taking new medications. And just last night I had another setback where my nerves are hurting. And this is all due from work. It's all due to my work. So I'm having to fill out a bunch of workman's comp claims. And so I'm going to document every single incident, each and every incident. So I've come up with 4 times now that I've had to go to the clinic for this man. And I'm not paying for these bills. This is not my medical bills. These are his medical bills because he put me through this shit. That's what's happening. And I figure once everything goes through for me, it'll be all good, because then the other people that he's fucked with can then follow suit. If you have to take drugs because of this man, I suggest you speak up. File a workers' comp claim. File some kind of claim and get compensated for it. That's all I say. And you know what? He pulled that same shit with Demi, but he apologized to her, you know, when he got on her ass about dropping off a student into a classroom. He jumped her shit. And then he had to backpedal and apologize when he realized that she was helping somebody else. She wasn't just going there just to, you know, to spy on Marion Hazelton. And Marion Hazelton needs to get her shit together, because a parent can observe you whether you have a student in that classroom or not, because they want to see you as you truly are. And if you're a fucking bitch, truly, then that's what they need to see. You know, especially if you're going to have kids having to send you letters. I'm sorry, we made you yell at us. What the fuck? Hello, right there. That should tell you something. The parents have a right to be in a classroom, whether they have a student in that class or not. Why? Because they have a student in that school. And if they're, what? Okay, I'm settling down. Anywho. He had no right to reprimand her for that. So I'm settling down. I gotta go. I'll post this later.